Obviously, the soon.
And you actually meet more people in the next couple days in the game, so more options open up.
Oh, wow.
Boop!
Oh my god, I didn't even realize the soon was a Megane.
Mm-hmm.
Ah!
You didn't notice?
I can't see from this far away that much of a
They
detail.
said I could visit the town, but...
She'd been shown around a bit, but she was hardly even familiar with the Oz mansion and was freaking out because the soon was a Megane.
I'd probably just get lost if I went outside.
Setting out to explore her new home, she began wandering around the first floor.
So this is the living room.
She checked each of the rooms, recalled what Caramia told her.
This was the first room I saw when I came here. I woke up on the couch, and then Mr. Axel. Huh?
Axel was lying... Axel was lying face up on the couch, sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
His arms were crossed and his brow furrowed. He looked different from when he was awake. Look at his face! Look at his face!
I'll just be careful not to wake him.
She walked around behind the couch and put her hands on the back of it to peer at his face.
He's sound asleep. I guess he must be tired.
The little noise he made startled her, making her jump. But he hadn't woken up. All he did was turn over, so she could look at that booty.
That really startled me.
She put her hand on her chest and let out a sigh.
Ah,
Only then did she notice his suit jacket on the couch.
he might catch a cold like that.
Oh!
I'll cover him so he won't get sick. A blanket would be better, though.
Nah. She looked around the room, but the blanket they'd covered her with before was gone. Without any alternative, she picked up his jacket and approached him. Oh, shaky, shaky, wakey, bakey. Something suddenly yanked hard on her arm, pulling her forward. It all happened so fast she couldn't figure out what was happening. She felt something What? She felt something springy against her back. Just as she realized she tumbled over the couch, there was a thump and a sharp pain at the back of her head. Ah! What do you think you're doing? When she came to, Axel was in front of her. He was close enough that she could have reached out and touched him, had he not been restraining her hands.
I was just trying to help.
Help! His eyes, cold like metal, gazed down at her.
I was just trying to help by putting that jacket on you.
How is that helping? It's just needless meddling. He tightened his grip on her wrists. You aren't part of this familia, or our territory, which means as long as I claim self-defense, I can do anything to you without fear of punishment, oh my. Keep this in mind in the future. He snatched his jacket from her and stood up. I don't approve of you. In fact, I'd prefer if you left. There's no point in taking care of you.
It's not like I like you or anything.
Baka!
Mr. Axel.
I said Baka!
Oh, it's evening already. Mr. Caramia said we'd be having dinner soon. Maybe I'll walk around town a little bit.
She walked down the street, admiring how the setting sun dyed the scene a vibrant orange, even as she kept one eye on where she'd come from. Eventually, the road of red brick ended in a big plaza. It was filled with people just relaxing and enjoying themselves.
What a lovely senorino you are.
Oh. God.
have some delicious bread. Interested?
I was gonna say the same thing. Same accent. She turned. That's a man. Okay. She turned around to see a friendly young man carrying a box. I thought.
No, Oh!
Your stomach started growling right on cue. I'll give you a free sample. How about it?
A sample? But I'm sure Mr. Caramia and the others are preparing dinner for me. Thank you, but I'll have to pass.
That's okay. Well, next time then.
He bowed, then ran off.
It really startled me. I never thought someone would try to talk to me.
Is Caesar back?
Ow. Oh, are you okay?
Oh, hello, Frilly McFillerson.
Here's our local Shota,
Oh, God.
also known as Toto.
He's the dog!
Uh-huh.
Yes! Sorry, I didn't think there was anyone behind me. Can you stand up?
The young man held out his hand. She took it and they got up together.
There we go. You're not hurt, are you?
No, I'm fine.
That's a relief. It'd be terrible if I hurt a girl. What's your name? Though, maybe I should introduce myself first. My name's So. What's your name?
I'm Dottie.
Dottie. Dottie, huh? I know the faces of most people in this town, but yours isn't familiar at all.
It's only natural you wouldn't be familiar with me. I just recently...
Recently?
Is it a good idea to tell him the truth? I moved here recently.
Oh, that was a lie, wasn't it?
Huh?
It's written all over your face.
Huh? Really?
No, not literally. But you were lying, weren't you? It's bad to lie. It makes people sad when you lie to them.
I'm sorry.
Don't look so upset. I'm not mad at you. You just must have had a reason to lie.
Yes. I don't remember anything from before I came here.
You don't remember?
Yes. When I came to, I was lying in an alley, and a man named Caesar was chasing me.
Huh.
Right now, Familia Oz is taking care of me.
I see. You really are strange.
Am I?
Yeah, I mean, you lied about it at first because you wanted to hide it, but now you're spilling your guts to me, and I'm only someone you've just met.
Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy, but you're my dog, so...
But please make out with me.
My dog. I don't know what the answer is. Okay.
I'll be more careful from now on.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. There aren't only good people in the world.
Like Robin Hood, apparently. And Kyrie.
Though, Robin Hood is like 10 times worse than Kyrie.
Is Robin Hood like the mink of this game?
What does Mink do?
I'll
I
tell
would say probably yes.
I'll tell you off screen because it's quite horrible.
I will say that it involves drugging her.
Yeah, that definitely happened.
Yes.
He's mink then.
Though maybe it's weird for someone you've only just met to say.
But I think you're a good person, Mr. So.
Really? You really think that about me?
Yes, you've been so kind and you're looking out for me. Now we're acquaintances, and maybe it's a good thing I ran into you.
Maybe it was. Oh, look at the time. I should get going so I can get dinner ready.
I should go home too. Goodbye, Mr. So.
He gave her an enthusiastic nod and turned to leave Oz territory. However, he turned back as if he'd just remembered something.
Oh, could you also stop calling me Mr. So?
Then what should I call you?
Just So is fine. You don't have to be so polite either. I don't like formalities.
I understand.
You mean...
Okay.
Good! Perfect! I set up shop here every Sunday. I'm already closed for today, but come by next week if you want.
Yeah, I will.
You better. It's a promise, okay? Bye then, Dottie. I'll see you later.
Monday morning. The estate was busier than it had been before. Dottie passed by the men heading out for the day as she made her way to the kitchen for breakfast.
Good morning.
She said softly to the empty room as she got herself some bread and milk. Taking a seat in the same chair she had the previous day, she started eating by herself.
Yesterday was a day of peace, which means that now there will be fights between the Familia until next Sunday. When I met Mr. Caramia and the others, I did see a bunch of people with weapons. I wonder if they actually used them.
Good morning. Came here on your own today, huh?
Mr. Caramia.
She looked up and shifted slightly to face him. It seemed he had come for breakfast as well.
I assume you would have been more shy since this mansion is full of men, but I guess not.
Caramia gently touched Dottie's shoulders before going over to the sink. He plucked an orange from a basket of fruit and rinsed it off before taking a plate and a knife out of the cabinet.
I'm sorry, I just made myself at home.
Oh, no, it's quite all right. I'm happy to see you're getting comfortable.
He took a seat next to her, orange and plate in hand. As he cut into the fruit's skin, a citrusy scent filled the room. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Axel.
Axel glanced at Dottie, but that was it.
Morning, sir. Sleeps a lot.
I do not sleep a lot. Caramia tossed the still unpeeled orange at Axel. As he caught it, a few errant droplets of water splashed against his cheek.
Eat it. I bought it at the market this morning.
I'll have it later. Axel wiped the water off his face with the back of his hand. As he returned the orange to the fruit basket, crossing his arms, he leaned against the wall. When are you heading out?
When I finish eating.
Is there a reason I need to wait in here?
There is. Join us at the table.
Just like that slide move. He passed by both Dottie and Caramia and set his hand on the back of the furthest chair away from them.
A little closer.
Axel took a single step over, only to pull out the second furthest chair away.
No. The seats across from us are all open.
Caramia tapped the table in front of him. Axel let out a big sigh and sat down directly across from Caramia, diagonal to Dottie.
What? Why are you so on guard around the signorina?
It's only natural to be on guard around an unfamiliar person.
Well, I guess that's true. That said, I don't think she's going to bite. Unless you want her to. We're living together, so we might as well relax around each other, right?
Axel gave Dottie a sideways glance that lasted less than a single second.
What am I going to do with you? I'm sorry, Dottie. He's a very guarded person by nature.
Oh, it's fine. He's right. You don't know anything about me. I understand how Mr. Axel feels.
Signorina, you're so much more mature about this than some people.
Axel rested his elbows on the table and gazed determinedly at the wall.
Mr. Caramia,
Don't let him bother you. He's always like this. More importantly, we need to discuss our plans for the day.
Plans for the day?
Yeah, I was thinking Axel and I would show you around Oz territory. How's that sound?
That sounds wonderful.
That sounds wonderful.
Good. We'll show you around this town we're so proud of. Right, Axel?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Axel doesn't seem very enthusiastic about this.
Just as that thought occurred to her, her eyes met Axel's. I follow my orders. Oh! Oh! Oh!
Did he trip your switch?
Huh?
If the Dawn ordered me to marry you, I would obey. Understand?
What?
Dottie gave a vague response, unable to discern Axel's intent. Caramia leaned against the back of this chair, and he watched their exchange.
Why do you have to use such a roundabout expression to say, "Don't worry about me"? The areas covered in red brick are our turf. The main street in front of the mansion is obviously ours, but the rest of this area is too.
All of this?
Dottie, stop.
Everything
Dottie,
the light
stop.
touches.
That's what I was just thinking. Dottie stopped in the middle of the street and looked over her surroundings. The street was bustling, and the faces of the people coming and going were cheerful. There was no armed men to be seen anywhere. The atmosphere didn't feel very different from Sundays at all. Caramia got closer to her as he returned the greetings to the townspeople.
So, what do you think?
I expected it to be scarier, like a fight could break out at any moment. It's much more relaxed and peaceful than I'd imagined. I think it's wonderful.
Really?
He gave a boyish smile and patted her on the head.
I'm happy to hear you say that. It's not like we carry weapons because we like using them. Our main job is to protect our territory from outsiders and to mediate fights. It's unlikely that you'll get caught up in a fight within our territory, so don't worry yourself.
Well, now that you said that, it's totally going to happen.
Okay.
Excuse me, sir. Regarding the Wolf Gang, your assertion that it is completely safe around here is not entirely accurate.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Wolfgang.
Caesar and the others. The man who was chasing you, Signorina.
Well, diggity darn doodle.
Oh, right. I completely forgot about Mr. Caesar.
From what Kyrie tells me, they live in the forest outside the town walls. They're a troublesome bunch who invade other territories. All the familia are plagued by them. We'll have to be on the lookout for another attack.
Okay.
Caramia made a satisfied nod and held his hand out to Axel.
I will also say that Caesar is another tsundere and his root is really cute.
Ah! I am weak.
Me too. Axel, do you have any change on you?
Axel groped around in his pockets. After counting out the coins he found, he handed them to Caramia.
Grazie. Dottie, let's get something to eat. Axel's treating.
What?
Is that okay?
It's fine, isn't it, Axel?
If the Dawn buys something for me too.
Alright, it's settled. Man, all I had this morning was an orange. I'm already starving. There's a great hot dog stand over there. Let's go, Dottie.
Axel frowned as he watched over Caramia and Dottie from behind while they walked on the street lined with food stands. Isn't your empty stomach your own responsibility? Why do I have to pay for your food?
Axel, we're going to leave you behind.
I'm coming.
There's a little clothing boutique at the end of the street.
Caramia pointed down an alley with a hand still greasy from his hot dog.
Now I want hot dogs. Just around that corner is a general store, and behind that is a bookstore. You can buy almost anything within Oz territory, so I don't think you'll be uncomfortable here. In the center of town is the Tower Plaza. You can see the tower from any part of town. It's a good landmark.
Caramia put one hand on the tower wall and looked up. Dottie followed suit and looked up too. The tower stretched so high into the sky that its top was hidden in the clouds.
What a big tower.
Indeed, not even Mr. Know-It-All Kyrie knows what it is exactly. It's a mystery.
A king lives in it. She turned to face Axel behind her, but he only stepped forward and placed her hand on the tower just as Caramia had. I've heard that the king of this world lives at the top of the tower.
What, you actually believe the legend, Axel?
There's something wrong with that?
What a pure heart. Nah, it's good to dream.
What legend?
Supposedly, anyone who reaches the top floor and meets the king will have any wish granted.
Wish?
Yeah, but no one knows how to meet the king.
There are no doors to the tower. Only the names of the familiae that control the town in some rectangular slots. The slots Axel had mentioned before that. The slots Axel had mentioned were far beyond Dottie's reach. The names of the familiae were carved below the niches. Niches. There we go.
I don't know if the legend is true or not, but this tower does serve as a major landmark.
Caramia pulled Dottie closer to him. He leaned forward to match her eye level and pointed out the street they walked along to get there.
If you ever get lost, as long as you can use the tower to find your way back to this plaza, you can get back to the mansion. You can see it from here. Just follow the red brick road to get back. Simple, right?
It is.
This plaza in the heart of town is a common space, not controlled by any one familia. If you need to go through another territory, it's probably best to go through this area. There's nowhere to hide here, so it's symbolic for saying you have no ill intent.
Have you ever been to one of the other familia's areas?
Oh, of course. It depends on who we're talking about, but it's not like all of our relationships are stormy ones. I visit other territories to go shopping or to talk to people, though I guess it is pretty rare for me to leave Oz territory.
Naturally, your movements draw suspicions.
That's one of the downsides of being the Dawn. Heidi has a big dairy farm. The cheese they make is just superb. I know, I'll have Axel buy it next time.
Why me? Sir, isn't that...
Hello, Red.
The person Axel had spotted in the crowd was Scarlet, the Caporegime of Familia Grimm. Scarlet's red mantle fluttered as Caramia spoke.
Mr. Caramia, out on patrol? Well, that's part of it, but we're mostly showing the Signorina around our territory. You were.
Hello, Scarlet.
Oh.
Scarlet glanced at Dottie before looking up at Caramia.
Have you already explained the rules to her? I'm in the process of doing that right now. Oh, well, that sounds good.
Scarlet looked at Dottie again.
You will not be harmed as long as you don't break the rules. But if you do break them, there will be no mercy. Don't you forget it.
Of course.
Scarlet gave them each a small nod before turning around to leave. The rifle on Scarlet's back swayed a bit with each step.
Scarlet's pretty scary.
Yeah, right, that's nothing.
Scarlet is probably the most level-headed of the members of Familia Grimm. The twins are much crueler.
Yeah, Hansel and Gretel can be pretty reckless. Mind that you don't end up in a fight with those two.
I will.
Suddenly, Dottie realized Axel had been staring at her.
What's wrong, Mr. Axel?
You should be safe as long as you stay inside Oz territory.
Huh?
I'm trying to say that you should be safe, so there's no need to be scared. Baka.
Okay.
Are you trying to tell her you'll protect her? Trying to sound cool, huh?
I am not. I just mean that Familia is always guarding our own territory, so...
Aren't you part of the Familia too, Axel?
We finished the tour of our territory already. I return to my usual duties. Bye.
Mr. Axel.
He just ran off because he was embarrassed. Well, shall we walk around a little more? There's this great ice cream place nearby. I'll take you there.
Okay. Maybe I should go out into town today. Oh, Mr. Axel. Are you going out too?
If you are.
Me?
Yes. Axel spoke between sighs. The Dawn has asked me to chaperone you until you become accustomed to the town. If you're going out, I will follow you. Let's go, guest.
Oh, please wait. There are so many people out today.
Axel gave no hint of a reaction as he walked behind her.
Maybe I'm getting used to him not answering me.
That made her a bit sad, but for some reason she felt it was easier to accept it if she assumed that was just the kind of person he was.
Huh?
She stopped abruptly.
There's a side street here. Mr. Axel, where does this lead?
Instead of answering her, Axel pulled out a piece of paper from his pocket and handed it to her.
This is...
A map of our territory. The information you are looking for is on it.
Thank you very much. It's a by-road, I see. I see. Nope, definitely not getting used to it. The silence is killing me.
The people walking the streets were chatting happily, but between the two, there was no conversation to speak of.
I can't just wait for him to say something. I have to make an effort. What to talk about? Mr. Axel, are you not very busy?
Excuse me?
Well, you came out with me even though we didn't make plans in advance. I figure you must have a lot of free time, so...
With each word that came out of her mouth, another wrinkle appeared on Axel's forehead.
Don't be ridiculous. I'm only accompanying you because I was told to prioritize protecting you. I have plenty of other work to do, Baka.
Oh, okay. Must be pretty hard having to take care of me in addition to all your regular work, huh?
It wouldn't be difficult at all if you would just stay in your room.
Sorry.
You say you're sorry, but you're not making any attempt to return to the mansion.
Oh no, I think I made him mad again.
As much as she wanted to befriend him, the distance between them seemed to only be widening. She sighed to herself and turned around to head back.
Okay, let's go back to the mansion then.
It's fine. I don't mind continuing like this.
But Mr. Axel, being stuck with me is no fun, right?
My feelings are irrelevant. I don't have the authority to restrict your actions. It's my duty to follow you wherever you want to go.
Where you lead, I will follow.
Anywhere!
Duty? I want you to have fun too.
Yeah.
I want you to have fun too, Mr. Axel. It's Sunday, and Sunday is a special day in this town, right? That's why I think you should be having fun too, Mr. Axel, not just me. At least that's how I feel.
She shrank back as he turned his sharp gaze toward her.
Don't worry about me. Just spend your time as you see fit.
But...
I said it was fine. Are you trying to upset me?
Of course not.
Then don't worry about it. Just pretend I'm not even here. Let's go.
Mr. Axel...
I'm sorry for making you come out with me on your precious Sunday.
Oh no, I'm happy you invited me. Mr. Kyrie, you're really busy on weekdays, aren't you?
Well, I'm not so busy that I am about to kill over. Of course, it's not like you're completely unrelated to how busy I am. I have to stifle at my own interests and do my job. You understand, don't you?
Yes.
Good. It's already been 3 weeks since we met. How are you finding your stay?
It's pleasant. Thanks to your hospitality, it's been very pleasant.
I'm happy to hear that. Oh! How can I help you feel more at home living in a house of men? I intend to do what I can to attend to your needs. If there is anything you are dissatisfied with, please don't hesitate to mention it. If it is within my power, I will take care of it.
Oh no, things are fine the way they are. I couldn't possibly ask for more.
Now that's no good, Miss Dottie. You are a very special guest after all. Kyrie clasped her right hand with both of his. She could feel the warmth of his hands through his gloves. Entertaining you is a part of my job. Oh. She stiffened as he touched his hand to her cheek.
Mr. Kyrie?
Yes, what is it?
What is it? I mean, your hand.
Oh, you'd rather I touched you barehanded. Very well. Kyrie brought his hand to his mouth and pulled off his glove with his teeth. I hate him.
I didn't mean it like that.
Oh, so
Christ.
No. Bye. I'm not saying it.
What an audacious request to make in a public space in the middle of the day.
No!
It seemed like the more she spoke, the more he misunderstood.
No, he's just fucking with you.
How should I explain this?
He smiled at her, who was visibly at a complete loss. Don't worry, I know exactly what you meant. I'm just a jerk.
Huh?
I'm actually pretty sharp when it comes to conversation. I just wanted to mess with you. Ooh.
Mess with me?
You see, I just can't help teasing girls I like, and even those I doubt. That was just a little taste just now. You should prepare yourself. Well, enough of this idle chit-chat. Shall we be going?
Where are we going?
Let's keep that a surprise. Ooh.
This place?
Been here before?
No, never. I had no idea this place existed.
How unkind of Caramia and Axel to only give you bits and pieces of information. This is Oscar Wilde Street.
Oh no. This is the brothel.
Oh. Like the main plaza and the clinic, it's an unaffiliated area. You're free to come here. However, the members of Familia Ours tend to avoid it.
Why?
Good question. Perhaps because it's a place for adult socialization.
Wink wonk. Adult?
The building over there is a church. It's not locked. Wow.
You motherfucker.
It's not locked, so you can confess your sins whenever you feel so inclined. And this...
Man boy.
What kind of name is that?
Good afternoon, Lord Gideon!
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh my, did you come out just to see us?
I just happened to see you out here! Is this woman that one you spoke of before?
Indeed, she is. I would just feel awful if I didn't show her around every corner of town.
Well, I do not believe he needs to know this absolutely everything. Particularly this area. I must apologize for taking so long to introduce myself. I am Manboy, the Oscar Wilde Salon's concierge.
I'm Dottie. Familia Oz has been taking care of me. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Oh no, the pleasure is all mine, Lady Dottie!
Salon, huh?
I have not said anything false!
Yes, that is true. Let's leave it at that. Dottie looked back and forth between their contrary expressions. Kyrie smiled at her confused countenance. Manboy here is very well acquainted with this particular area. If you want to know anything, you should ask him.
Lord Kyrie!
I thought you hadn't said anything false.
Yes, that is true! You're just showing her around today! I cannot imagine you would be bringing Lady Dottie along with you inside!
Oh no, it's much too soon for her.
Soon? What do you mean?
Good question. What do you think, man boy?
Well...
I'm here.
Oh, thank you, Jesus.
Mr. Axel!
She turned around as Axel approached. He seemed to be in quite a sour mood, shotgun in hand. Oh, are you sure you're not early? Don't be ridiculous. I'm right on time. May I bring the house guests back home? Yes, that will do. Excuse me, Miss Dottie. I have some work to attend to at this salon right now.
Uh-huh, sure. Work.
Even though it's Sunday?
Yes. No rest for the consigliere after all. Liar. Did you say something, Axel? No. Let's go, guest. Axel started walking without waiting for her to respond.
Okay.
She paused to turn around and wave she hurried after Axel.
Goodbye, Mr. Kyrie, Mr. Manboy.
That name. Kyrie gave her a small wave, keeping his hand close to his chest. Manboy sighed and began to speak.
What are you thinking? Bringing a girl that age to his face like this?
And I could ask you what you're thinking, speaking ill of your workplace like that. She might even end up becoming a customer, you know.
My word! You intend to bring her again?
Oh no, I'll let your curiosity take care of that. Miss Dottie is an irregular present, so even I can't begin to imagine what future she will choose.
I will say, there is an ending where Dottie can become the boss of the brothel.
I wanna be the very best.
But no one ever was.
Whatever was.
And she gets her own little harem of the guys who used to be the bosses. Including Mr. Manboy, I think.
I like a lot of this game, even though there are bad things, but I also like dramatical murder where there are many bad things, so... I
Look forward to it, Manboy.
I wonder where we're going.
If they were returning to the Oz Mansion, surely they would have just taken the red brick road. Yet the road they walked along was paved with bricks of emerald, not red.
Mr. Axel sure walks fast.
He smoothly slipped through the crowds, not paying any attention to her chasing after him.
We'll be separated at this rate. Mr. Axel, please wait. Ugh.
She smacked into Axel's back. She looked up at him, pouting, as she clutched her nose. What?
That's my line. Why did you stop so suddenly?
Weren't you the one who asked me to wait?
I did say that. Thank you for listening to me.
Axel's gaze shifted from Dottie to his right hand. He didn't say a word, he just stared at it.
What's wrong?
Nothing. I can hear your footsteps. I won't leave you behind. Let's go.
Okay. Oh, it kind of seems like you slowed down a little. Is Mr. Axel trying to match my pace?
La 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 la